you do not have money, you have no business having a baby, especially in this economy. Things are expensive, life is hard. If you feel like you cannot take care of yourself, you have no business having a baby. Learn this and know peace.
There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be. But they're not gonna see me bleed. Cause baby, I got you. I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live cause some people never learn. But they're not gonna watch me burn. Cause baby, I got you. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's the dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Ooh, cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always bring all the lonely, but with you here nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I will tell them what I'm feeling forevermore. I don't care about the feelings, not anymore. So let's show them that love is pure, no matter who it's for.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kenna and I am your favorite Cameroonian YouTuber. I'm based here in Douala, Cameroon. Thank you very much for clicking on today's video. So today I'll be sharing with you how much I spend on my kids per month. This is not going to be something really exact because we all know how some months you spend more, some months you spend less. It just depends on a lot of things, but this is going to give you an idea of how much you spend if you have 3 kids in Douala. I know that some people might come here and be like, oh no, we feel like this Yaounde calculation is probably too expensive or is too cheap or whatever. I will completely understand that. The main thing is, you see the things that we're buying. For example, the things that I would say I'm buying for probably to go to school for my kids, like their biscuits and yogurt. You might go and buy a cheaper yogurt while I buy a more expensive yogurt. So it's still going to be the same things. There will just be slight differences when it comes to prices. So anyway guys, that's what we're going to be talking about. Raising kids in this economy, it's getting harder. And I used to have this dumb thought. I don't know where I came from with this thought. I always used to feel that the older your kids get, the lesser money you're going to spend, the easier life would be. But I'm discovering that the older they get, the more they eat, the more expensive things are. I am basically struggling to meet up with their needs, their demands. Like, oh my god guys, these kids will be eating anyhow. They eat so much. I'm just like, oh my god, their demands are so high, and every single day we have to be adding money, plus the inflation, the bad economy, everything. It's not easy. So I'm just like, oh my god, are we going to succeed? By the time that these children become teens, what debt and gone, cause it's like we're going to be spending more. I don't know, like, can you relate to me? Have you ever thought like me, like, no, babies are expensive when they start walking and eating the same thing, when you think to be cheaper? Because I used to be like, oh my god, buying diapers, milk, this one is expensive. It is not even expensive. By the time that your children are getting older and bigger, that's when you understand that milk, that diaper, it was nothing. So anyway guys, let me go straight into it guys. Let's look at what I get for my kids when it concerns food for a month. Okay, so sometimes I get cornflakes. My kids really do not like cornflakes that much. Kaden is the one who really takes cornflakes. So I usually used to get like 2 or 3 packets of cornflakes, but I discovered I was wasting my money because they would not really eat it. It was always Kaden eating it. So I just buy one packet of cornflakes, and that is 2,000 francs. Let's just keep going, guys. Maybe we'll go, and then at the end we might sum everything up, and then we can have an idea of how much I actually spend per month. So the second thing we are going to talk about is eggs. I've said it here before, my kids really like eggs. My kids basically like anything that has to do with chickens. Yes, because my kids love chicken, they love eggs. So we go for 2 trays of eggs for a month. Okay, 2 trays of eggs. But let me say, just to be fair to the kids, let me say my husband eats like half of the tray of eggs, and then the kids eat the rest. So I like to give my kids snack a lot on eggs. Like I boil the eggs and they eat. They really like boiled eggs, so I'm always boiling the eggs they eat. I boil the eggs, sometimes I put in their lunch boxes. I boil the eggs, I fry the eggs for breakfast, for dinner. So yes, we get 2 trays of eggs, and a tray of egg right now is between 2,200 to 2,500. So yeah, I feel that we can just put eggs 5,000. The next thing that my kids really like is pasta. They like spaghetti, they like indomie. In particular, they're always asking for indomie, so I always get at least 10 packs of indomie for a month. Okay, so yeah, there are certain times that they want to snack. I just whip up indomie real quick and they eat. So I get like 10 packets of indomie, and 1 packet of the small indomie is 250, which means I spend like 2,500 francs for indomie every month. The next thing we have is sausage. Sausage is that thing that is more of like Monique's thing, because Monique really likes sausages. So I buy sausages, she eats it. I'll put it sometimes in their father's egg, but we buy sausages. It's either I buy this one costs 1,500 at Santa Lucia, or I get there's this other one that are small chicken sausages. I like those ones, but I have not been seeing them of recent, so I go for this big one. I put it in their eggs and I put it in their spaghetti and just things like that, and they really enjoy it. The next thing we have is yogurt. Like, is it all kinds of yogurt? So guys, I don't want my kids to easily get bored, so I buy different types. I know some people who just go ahead and buy a particular Douala for their kids to take to school, or buy Capri Sun, or buy, I like to mix it up. And because my fridge is really small, I cannot buy them in packs like I would like to, because I would just like to buy the meal, 1 pack of meal, 1 pack of tam 1 pack of Douala yogurt, but I cannot do that because I have a small fridge, so I buy in batches. So I would say just for the carton of Capri Sun, we get that carton of Capri Sun now, I think it's 4-5 towards 5,000. I cannot remember, I'll correct the price. So we get that carton of Capri Sun for I think between 4 and 5,000. And this carton, if you get that carton, you can use it just for 1 week, because there are 3 kids and you have to put in 3 packs every day. Okay, so I just mix different kinds of yogurt. When it gets finished, I go back and buy, but I keep like 20,000 every month just to buy the kids yogurt to go to school. The next thing we're going to talk about, I also like trying new yogurt to see their reaction, especially when I see ones that are cheaper, because that's another way of saving money. That's another way of making things easier for me. Yeah, so when I go, like this time I went to Santa Lucia, I saw this new yogurt and I was like, okay, this looks interesting, and it's 150. This is actually Dudu. If you can remember, back in the day we used to have big containers of this, they called it Dudu yogurt, and a lot of people used to like it. I'm not a yogurt person like that, so I really can't tell, but I got this and just said, let's try it and see if the kids will like it. So they are yet to try it. I'm just praying that they turn out liking it. The next thing we are going to talk about is mayonnaise. Okay, mayonnaise is Myra's thing. Myra eats fries with mayonnaise, dodo with mayonnaise, chicken with mayonnaise, spaghetti, everything. If Myra is disturbing me, like she doesn't want to eat, all I have to do is put mayonnaise in that food and she's going to eat. So I get 2 containers of mayonnaise. I can't remember the last time I bought this brand mayonnaise cow, because they changed something in it and the consistency was a little watery, so I wasn't buying it. There's a different mayonnaise that I always buy, and that mayonnaise is 1,500, but I did not see it this month, so I decided to go for mayonnaise Calvi, which is 2,300 times 2. That is already, Jesus, 5,100. See guys, having children is not being, so I buy my 2 packets of mayonnaise. The next thing is chocolate. My kids love chocolate, especially Kaden and my husband. They love chocolate, so I get 2 chocolate. I used to just get the big one first. The big one is 2,200, and this is Choco Joy. I don't like 39 again. This Choco Joy has one authentic taste. If you have not tried it, I'm telling you to go and try it. You might just really like it. So you want to I buy 2 small Choco Joy. I feel one is 1-2 or 1-4. I buy 2. When they finish the first one, they put the second one. So I also buy a lot of biscuits. I buy like 2 big packs of biscuits. These biscuits that we have like 25 or 20 in a pack. And yeah, I buy that because, like I've told you here a lot of times, I have my lazy days that I just get up and I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to start making any burgers or do anything special for the kids to take to go to school. So I just take the easy way out. I just do my normal biscuits in their lunch boxes with maybe a fruit or something. I just dump it in there and they carry and go. So yes, I feel I spend like 3,000 for biscuits a month for the kids. And then another thing that will be eating my money is bread. See guys, I spend a lot of money on bread. And my kids, when you buy this normal baguette bread that is 125 that they can all eat and everybody will be happy, my kids will be saying that this bread is strong, this bread is hurting my mouth, this kind of bread. And I don't blame them, I blame myself, because since I love this pain brioche, I've been buying the pain brioche for myself. I introduced my kids to pain brioche, and now that's what we eat. And guys, I'm not going to lie, this bread is kind of expensive because I buy 2 packs for 500, and we eat it for breakfast and dinner, and the next day I have to buy, like, we eat it for breakfast, dinner, breakfast, and then the next day I have to buy. So I don't know, let me do the calculations. In the month I spend like, I don't know, I'll put the amount on the, I cannot sit here and calculating, I will just put the amount on the screen. That's how much I spend on bread, and it's no joke. It's true that on some days I also do like puff puff, or I do like puff puff, or I do like pancakes, or I just do something. But most days we eat bread, because see guys, it's a lot for me to get up, prepare the kids to school, so I hardly make the pancakes and the puff puff like I would like to. If I had stay in help or somebody staying in the house with me, that I know that okay, the person can be frying the pancakes while I'm bathing the kids and preparing them for school, it would have been easy. But since I don't have anybody like that, I just decide to go the easiest route in the morning, because I don't like, you know, that rush that people will be doing. Oh, I fry pancake, I'm late, or I have to get up unnecessarily early because I want to ensure that I'm not up for that. So I just take the easy way out, which is we eat bread a lot in this house. The next things that I have been crying and complaining and talking about is milk and Ovaltine. Okay, so before guys, I would buy this huge tin of, I think it's 2,500 grams of Ovaltine, of milk, and it first of all used to be 13,000, because I used to buy pig milk. Pig milk is 13,500. It used to be 13,500. But can you guess how much pig milk is now? Pig milk is now 17,500, guys. The difference is huge. Milk is really expensive. It stresses me out. Like, oh my god. See guys, if you don't have strength, do not have babies. I'm not joking when I'm saying this, guys. I am not joking, I'm completely serious. So you have to buy now this milk for 17,500. Of recent, I used to buy for 17,500. The month will run out, I will still have milk. But guys, for like the past 3 months, 3 weeks into the month, it gets finished. I have to start buying again. So I'm just like, hold up. I cannot deal with this. I know a lot of people always tell me it's because your children drink tea, breakfast and dinner, and I used to always say no, I want it like that. But see guys, with this economy, these children, my new mission is to ensure that these children start eating actual food in the evening, because I feel like they are old enough. I used to say, oh, they're young. Kaden is turning 8 next month. Monique is already 6. Myra is going to be 4 by September. See guys, I cannot be spending like this. They should start eating food, because I'm like, what? So every month I spend like 25,000 on milk alone. Before the Ovaltine, I'll buy the big tin, the biggest tin of Ovaltine. That one used to be 6,500. Now it's 7,999. So it's basically 8,000. 3 weeks, it's getting finished. So I'm just like, no, these children, they have to start eating sugar as well. I buy 4 packets of sugar, because I'll also be baking, I do a lot of things with sugar, not just drinking tea and all that. So I'm just like, no, 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 I cannot do this again. Like, having children is not beans. Another thing that I spend a lot of money on is fruits, because fruits are really important, especially for kids. So I just mix up. So I buy fruits weekly. So the first week I can decide to buy, oh, let's buy grapes and tangerines. The next week I'm like, oh, let's buy oranges and pawpaws. The next week I'm like, so I change it, because guys, life is hard. So I'll just say I spend like 15,000 every month on fruits for the kids, because yeah, I try to change it up. And I also like, you know, those bougie fruits like the bougie tangerines, the bougie pears and apples. Yes, I like to also slip them in there. So mostly I always buy those ones at the beginning of the month when I have small money, and then when the month starts running out and I start going to buy orange for 500, banana for 200 and things like that. So I would just say I allocate like 15,000 francs for fruit for the whole month for kids. Sometimes I spend more, sometimes I spend like 20,000, sometimes I spend less, but let's just say 15,000 for fruits. And then another thing again is the toiletries. Okay, see guys, when you have children, they will be messing up your toilet roll. They will be like, they just pull the thing like that. Sometimes I scream, I'm like, oh my god, these children. Am I the first person to have children? Do your children do this to you? Is it that I'm not being the best mother, that's why my kids do this? My kids just like toilet tissue. Before, in my house, 1 month my husband and I will use like 3 toilet tissue or 2 toilet tissue for 1 month. But now I buy 8, it's not still enough. 6, so it's not enough. 8 is not enough, and it's only us in the house. So I'm just like, oh my god. Having children is not easy. But at least for their lotion, since there are 3 of them, I just get them Chloe's baby oil, and that oil is 3.5, the medium size, and they use it for 1.5 months or sometimes 2 months, because yes, I don't believe in rubbing the kids in the evening or all that. So they rub their bodies mostly in the mornings. In the evenings they just bathe and stay like that. Like, see guys, I feel like, is that all? Oh, another thing that I spend money on is transportation. I've told you before, having my kids, the nanny will stroll to go and take them, and then she pays a bike to come back with them if I'm not going with the car to collect them. So that should be okay. To come back is 200, to go back, I just say, let's just say 500 francs per day to go and get my kids. So how much is that? Because she has to do 2 times. 1 time go and take Myra, come back, then go and take Kaden and Monique and come back. So she gets to use 500, let's just say 500 per week. 500, 25. So I just say 10,000 for transporting my kids every week. And see guys, we also have like, we have to keep money for emergency. Children will surprise you, children will embarrass you, so we keep like 20,000 every single month for emergency. If the baby falls ill, if we need to buy drugs for the baby, if something happens that you're not expecting, you can do that. Also, school will just come and they're like, oh, we have this thing, you have to pay 2,000, you have to pay. So we just keep 20,000 for emergency. It could be for the hospital or if something happens to the kids. So guys,
okay guys, I forgot about one thing that we spend a lot of money on, and that is water. We guys know how water in Douala is horrible, so we spend a lot of water, a lot of money on water. I buy 10 liters of water because that is cheaper, it's more affordable, and by the end of every month we use close to 4 or 5 bottles, because that's the water we use to do everything. So yes guys, I think 4 to 5 bottles should be like between 6 and 7,000 francs a month.
Much I spend on my kids per month. See guys, this is just to tell you that having kids is not easy. Having kids, even if you're buying lesser than me or you're buying higher than me, this should give you an idea. If you don't have money, please don't have children, because maintaining these kids is not easy. And they have like, I haven't even talked about how much, I didn't even talk about chicken. I have to buy a lot of chicken because I've said here before, my kids don't eat fish, they don't like fish, they don't like meat, they like grilled fish. So I can go and buy them grilled fish and they're going to eat, or I grill fish in the house, they're going to eat. But if I put it in sauces, they are scared. They're like, mommy, they bone, but they trust when I roast the fish, I debone the fish and all that. They trust that when the fish is soup, they don't eat meat. Today they eat, tomorrow they don't eat. So I just decide to make what they like. So I make a lot of chicken, which even sometimes they'll still not eat the chicken. I buy chicken for like 10,000 a month for the kids. I also buy prawns and shrimps because I discovered that Monique and Myra really like it, and if they're not eating all the other things, I buy a lot of prawns and shrimps. Let me not put it all on the kids. Let me just say I buy prawns and shrimps for Monique and Myra for at least 10,000. So yes guys, like I said, with all this you can have a little idea of how much I spend on my 3 kids in Douala, Cameroon. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this is a little overboard? Do you think it's just normal? Do you think it's okay? Let's talk more. How much do you spend on your kids, or what, how yeah, how much? Let's just talk more in the comment section. That's what I'm trying to get you people to do. Let's talk more in the comment section. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you watched this and you really enjoyed it, let me know in the comment section. Let's talk more there. Thank you guys very much, and I am going to see you on my next one. Love you.